So what's your Christmas gonna smell like? You ever been asked that question before? Me neither. The truth is there's lots of very cool things about Christmas that we get to do that we just don't get to do in the other times of the year. There's lots of cool things to see, like Christmas lights, lots of cool things to eat, lots of cool things to drink, different services and celebrations that we get to go to, although maybe not this year. Great people to hang out with, definitely not this year. But there's also lots of nice smells at Christmas. Now that's one of my favorite things about Christmas. There's just lots of very cool smells. And I want to get into my top 5 smells of Christmas in a second and challenge you to give maybe your favorite smell of Christmas in the comment below. But I also want to realize the fact that for many people, well, Christmas stinks. It's a tough time of year. Maybe you've lost someone that you love, or Christmas just highlights what you what you don't have. Well, maybe your Christmas this year looks a lot more like what the first Christmas did. And so, before we get into that and where it was exactly that the first Christmas happened and what it really smelled like, I want to give you my top 5 Christmas smells. Number 5. Amazing Christmas flowers. Smells great. Number 4. Christmas oranges. Mandarin oranges. Very good. Bike parts. Don't know how this got here, but definitely agree that bike parts are definitely one of the greatest smells all year round, but especially when they're under the tree. But we're not going to count that one. Christmas candles, especially when they're lit. I recommend that. That's even better. Good. And number 2. Number 2 is cinnamon, especially in a potpourri mix. Fire up the oven and kind of keep it simmering. Christmas Day. Whew. Can't get much better than that, but you can actually. And one more thing. Hot chocolate with mint, with coffee, and whipped cream. You can't get a better smell than that. Oh wait, yes you can. You can get this final one, and I think we all agree here. Oops. Christmas trees. This is a fake one, so it doesn't smell, but absolutely Christmas trees are a great smell. So, why am I giving you my top 5 smells for Christmas? Well, I think for most of us, there's a lot of good smells at Christmas time, right? Well, I think it's just a reminder that this is not what the first Christmas smelled like, or smelled like. No. The first Christmas smelled a lot different. And that is an important fact for us to remember. So what did the first Christmas smell like? Well, it smelled like this. So Mary and Joseph, after a very, very hard journey, they come into the town of Bethlehem. And they do that because that's where Joseph's family was from, and they had to register for a census there. Well, the baby was about to be born. So there was no room for them. It says in Luke 2, verse 7. So it says that Mary had a baby and lay him in a manger. And a manger is a place where animals get fed. Now, a few years ago, myself, my wife, and a few of my colleagues had this incredible opportunity to go to the Middle East to look at the original places where the Bible was kind of laid out, and the story of God kind of played out. So on one particular day we went into this cave, and the cave was definitely a place that was frequented by shepherds and sheep. Now we were told that if there are sheep around a cave like this, they don't stay out at night, they would stay in the cave. So one theory is that the reason that Mary and Joseph even are allowed to stay in a stable is because the shepherds and the sheep may have vacated that. Well, so we went into this cave, and it looked cozy on the outside, but man, the most notable thing about it is that place stunk, and it stunk like urine. I mean, it was like It was it was quite profound. I'm being licked by a cow right now. It was one of these places where you're like, yeah, this is neat, but let's go. Now here's the thing. For a lot of us, Christmas is going to smell pretty good this year. For a lot of us, it's going to stink. And if your Christmas is going to stink this year, remember that this is what the original Christmas stunk like. It smelled like this, a barn. Jesus was surrounded by animals that were curious. But also may we remember, we have this tendency as human beings to think like, oh yeah, no, I definitely want to step forward and know God, but if he really, really knew what my life was like, well, he would never accept me. In other words, we think like somehow we have to pull our lives together and get them to smell a lot better. You know, we've all made stinky decisions, and all of our lives have at one point or another stunk to high heaven. But you see, the message of Christmas is this. God so loved the world that he gave his only son, and his only son was born in a stinky barn. Isn't that incredible? So, may we all remember this incredible gift at Christmas. May we see through all the things that we've made it, all the pressure, all the consumeristic stuff, and may we remember that the original smell of Christmas was not wonderful, but very stinky indeed. Anyways, we hope you have a Merry Christmas here at Mission Hills Community Church, or should I say, we hope you have a mooey Christmas. Take care, and please join us Christmas Eve at 6 p.m. on Facebook. God bless.